إن الحمد لله أحمده تعالى وأستغفره وأعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله. بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في سبيل دينه حتى أتاه اليقين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليك يا رسول الله. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا، إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. وعنده مفاتح الغيب لا يعلمها إلا هو، ويعلم ما في البر والبحر، وما تسقط من ورقة إلا يعلمها، ولا حبة في ظلمات الأرض ولا رطب ولا يابس إلا في كتاب مبين. وهو الذي يتوفاكم بالليل ويعلم ما جرحتم بالنهار، ثم يبعثكم فيه ليقضى أجل مسمى، ثم إليه مرجعكم ثم ينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. وهو القاهر فوق عباده ويرسل عليكم حفظة حتى إذا جاء أحدكم الموت توفته رسلنا وهم لا يفرطون، ثم ردوا إلى الله مولاهم الحق، ألا له الحكم وهو أسرع الحاسبين. لا تعجلن فليس الرزق بالعجل، الرزق في اللوح مكتوب مع الأجل، فلو صبرنا لكان الرزق يطلبنا، لكنه خلق الإنسان من عجل. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, يقول الحق تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. Allah indeed created us, man and jinn, for one purpose, and one purpose only, is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The worship by all broad meaning, not the narrow meaning of just praying. Worshipping Allah is being the Khalifa on this earth, that Allah trusted this amana to man to carry it. إِنَّا عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ. Allah give this trust to mountains, heavens, and earth. فَأَبَيْنَ أَن يَحْمِلْنَهَا. They refused it to carry it. وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا. They knew it's a heavy burden. وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسان. But man said, I'll carry it. إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. Man carried it out of injustice and ignorance. Two things that once man practiced, then the amana is lost: injustice and ignorance. So our purpose on life is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be the person who carry this trust and live as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you, with justice. When injustice inflicted in human beings, then disasters happen, as Allah promises. فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُم مِّنِّي هُدًى. Allah give you His guidance. فَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا يَضِلُّ وَلَا يَشْقَى. Whoever follows the guidance of Allah in his life, in his daily life, in his practice, at his work, in the society, in his family, practice what Allah tells you to do, do and don't. فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُم مِّنِّي هُدًى فَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا يَضِلُّ وَلَا يَشْقَى. Whoever take Islam to heart and live it as much as he can, to his best of his ability, Allah promises he will never be misguided and he'll never be miserable. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. But whoever rejects Allah's instructions, Allah do and don't, Allah promises him فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. He will have a miserable life. Today, brothers, we want to examine why the Quran is so essential, is so important to the Muslims. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول فيه خبر ما قبلكم. The Quran has the stories of people before you. Why? Does Allah want to entertain us? So we can sit down every night and just say, oh, what happened to Noah? What happened to Ad? What happened to Qarun? What happened to Fir'aun? What happened to Haman? What happened to this and that? And just, sip some coffee, or some of us, smoke shisha or whatever. Yeah, well, look what happened to them. No, brothers and sisters, this is a history of man to reflect, to take lessons and learn. But does man learn his lessons? Allah give you many, many, many stories. And stories you see with your own eyes. So the Quran tells you these stories and points you out to look and ponder and understand and to know your mission and how to apply it and how to live with it. وَحُكْمُ مَا بَيْنَكُمْ. So whenever we have a dispute or we don't understand something, فَرُدُّوهُ وَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ. If you have argument about something, فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَإِلَى الرَّسُولِ. Bring it back to Allah, to the book of Allah, and to the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and seek help there. Don't look in, encyclopedia and here and there. Look where Allah wants you to look. And thirdly, yes, the Quran does have a crystal ball that can tell you the future. وَنَبَأُ مَا بَعْدَكُمْ. Yeah, it can tell the future. You see, if you behave this way, you end up that way. If you behave this way, you end up that way. I wanted to emphasize on the importance of the Quran in our lives as Muslims. And when we have a full and 100 trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the reward is great. And no better reward to the Muslims all over the world, not to the Muslims only, but to humanity, when justice happens. When a tyrant like Gaddafi get killed before everyone. There was no doubt in my mind and Muslims' mind that's going to be his end. There was no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind and every Muslim's mind that Assad is next and the one in Yemen is next. And every tyrant, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised them in Surah Al-Kahf that we are ordered to recite at all times that this is their end. وَتِلْكَ الْقُرَىٰ أَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ. And these cities and these tyrants, we have destroyed them. What is the reason, Ya Allah? لَمَّا ظَلَمُوا. And underline that. لَمَّا ظَلَمُوا. وَتِلْكَ الْقُرَىٰ أَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ لَمَّا ظَلَمُوا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is, the Quran tells the future. Every tyrant on the face of this earth, when he's unjust, he will have a miserable end. وَتِلْكَ الْقُرَىٰ أَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ لَمَّا ظَلَمُوا وَجَعَلْنَا لِمَهْلِكِهِمْ مَوْعِدًا. But we promise for destruction, time, it will come. If you read the Quran, brothers, and we repeat it again, Surah Al-Qasas, طاسيم ميم تلك آيات الكتاب المبين. أخي, reflect and bow down to the Quran, bow down to the creator of the Quran, prostrate in sujood, and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He is the ultimate just. He said, تِلْكَ آيَاتُ الْكِتَابِ الْمُبِينِ. These verses, these words, ayat, signs, al-kitab, the book, the Quran, the final message, the final revelation, al-mubin, very clear. It will point you the way. It will show you the future. It will show you, it will indicate what you do today, what will happen tomorrow. نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون بالحق لقوم يؤمنون. So in order to understand the Quran, you have to be a believer. To believe in the message of the Quran. You see our journey on earth, everyone is going to die. Everyone. There's no exception. This is the end of humans, no matter how long you live. But people like to live longer and longer. حب الدنيا, the love of dunya, وكراهية الموت, and the hate of death. And they do whatever it takes to collect and gather and become tyrants. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this beautiful surah, the beginning of it, memorize the first 5-6 verses. نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون. Every time have a Musa and a Fir'aun. Every time have a just and unjust. Every time in our lives, everywhere in the world, you find just people and unjust people. Just people are the poor people trying to seek work, to seek justice. And on the other hand, greedy people who collect and collect and collect and stack and stack and stack. And they think they're going to take it forever. يَوَدُّ أَحَدُهُمْ لَوْ يُعَمَّرَ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ. They wish to stay in this dunya 1,000 years. يَوَدُّ أَحَدُهُمْ لَوْ يُعَمَّرُ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ. Allah promises, وَمَا هُوَ بِمُزَحْزِحِهِ مِنَ الْعَذَابِ أَنْ يُعَمَّرُ. Even if you live 1,000 years, you're still going to be punished. Brothers, can you move forward, please? The place is full. يود أحدهم أن يعمر ألف سنة وما هو بمزحزحه من العذاب أن يعمر. So it doesn't matter. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون بالحق لقوم يؤمنون. You have to have iman, brother. Have it in your heart. Don't be in a hurry. وخلق الإنسان عجولا. We want the results quickly. ألف لام ميم. أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. Does mankind think they say أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أن محمد رسول الله? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not test you. وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ. We have tested the people before you. Look in the Quran, look in the stories, look in history. فَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Allah wanted to distinguish between the true, the false, the liar, and the true person. And this only comes by tamhis, by hard test. نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون بالحق لقوم يؤمنون إن فرعون. And this is the story of every pharaoh. This is the story of every unjust. This is the story of every tyrant. إن فرعون علا في الأرض. Become arrogant. You all heard Mr. Gaddafi with his arrogance. I was watching the television last night. Gaddafi told the Libyan people, أنتم جرزان. You are mices. What do you think, brother? They catch him in a tube, in a tunnel. So who is the mouse? Who is the Girzan? Who is hiding in holes? What happened to Saddam? They got him out of a hole. What happened to every tyrant? Is going to come out of a hole. They are the true Garathimul Ard. They are really the bugs of the earth. Ala fil ard. Arrogance. See, shaitan, when he become arrogant, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kicked him out of his rahmah. Alayka al-la'nata ila yawm al-deen. You are cursed to the day of judgment. because of arrogance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the only one can be arrogant. He's the creator, He's the giver, He's the taker. That is Allah. You have to keep that in your mind and in your heart. إن فرعون علا في الأرض يستضعف أبناءها يستضعف يذبح أبناءها ويستحيي نساءها إنه كان من المسرفين. What did Mr. Gaddafi did? Killed over 50,000 Libyan because they asking for what? A piece of bread to eat? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this country so much oil and so much wealth for him to take him and his family and to hoard it and to make the people miserable. When anybody speaks, he just killed them. So Allah, يذبح أبناءهم ويستحيي نساءهم إنه كان من المفسدين. But he is the victory, my dear brothers in Libya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you in your effort. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make your feet firm on earth and you really establish justice. That's what we want. It happened in Tunisia. It happened in Egypt. It happened in Libya. But people have to stand for right. And don't worry about being killed. A mother yesterday, she had her son being dead by Gaddafi. She said, this is the happiest day of my life. I'm happy to sacrifice my son for the freedom of my people. This is a true mother. This is like Al-Khansa. Al-Khansa, one of the companions, before Islam, when her brother got killed in a war between Quraysh and another tribe, she made a huge poem crying about her brother. Same woman, when Islam entered her heart, she got the message that her 4 sons got killed for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She did not cry. She did not make a poem like she did with her brother. But she said only one word. Alhamdulillah alladhi sharrafani biqatlihim jami'a. I thank Allah that Allah honored me that they all get killed for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we congratulate our brothers in Libya. We do. We are very happy. Every human being, not just Muslims, every human being on earth are very happy what happened in Libya. You know the riots in Greece? It's because of the Middle East. The things in New York and London and Germany and Toronto, it's all inspired by Muslims. We are the leaders. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. You are the best. Are we? We are in the way, alhamdulillah. أخرجت تأمرون بالمعروف. You want justice. You command justice. You request justice. You seek justice. وتنهون عن المنكر. And you stop evilness. And you stop wickedness. And you stop injustice. وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. And above all, because other people do that. They like to do justice and they go against injustice. But they have no belief in Allah. The difference we have is we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a beautiful word. وَنُورِيَ. See brothers, وَنُورِيَ. That Allah will show them in this life. Because some Muslims say, I want to go back to Allah. No, Allah says, وَنُورِيَ. He will show them, the tyrant and the people. وَنُرِيَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَهَامَانَ وَجُنُودَهُمَا مِنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَحْذَرُونَ. And we will show this tyrant and his family and his prime minister and all the people who support them, مِنْهُمْ, from those weak people. What do you think they have no لَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ لَهُمْ مِنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَحْذَرُونَ. Yes, they will take over. Yes, they will take your chair. Yes, they will. And we see that. وَنُمَكِّنَ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Akhi, underline these verses. Tamkeen is coming. The tamkeen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the Muslims will happen. يُرِيدُونَ لِيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ. They want to shut down, blow on the sun. The nur of Allah, they wanted to blow it with their mouth. It's like a kid trying to blow the sunlight. يُرِيدُونَ لِيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ وَاللَّهُ مُتِمُّ نُورِهِ. But Allah will complete His message. will complete his deen, and he will make it victorious, and Islam will be all over the place, because Islam only called for justice, not injustice. Islam fights injustice. Wallahu mutimmu nurihi walau kariha al-kafirun walau kariha al-mushrikun. Mushrik and kafir, they hate that, but it will happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say a beautiful verse, inna alladhina kafaru, those kafirs, ينفقون أموالهم, they spend their money, their wealth, ليصدوا عن سبيل الله. See how many people Gaddafi hired, Murtazaqa, and all these mercenaries to fight, to kill. It was an interception call from an Italian guy, said, come over here. Gaddafi gave us $20,000 a day to kill Libyans. People who don't know, just kill them and just get $20,000 a day. You see, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُم, they spend their money, لِيَصُدُّوا عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, to stop Allah and His way and the good believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't worry about it. فَسَيُنْفِقُونَ, they will spend it. ثُمَّ تَكُونُ عَلَيْهِمْ حَسْرًا, and they will be very sad and upset that they spend it. ثُمَّ يُغْلَبُونَ, and they will be defeated. And alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed us the defeat and the end of Gaddafi and the end of Mubarak and the end of the Tunisian and all of this. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very shortly grant the Syrian and Yemeni people victory above these tyrants. Allahumma ameen. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We have to pray a lot. Every Muslim should take tonight 2 rak'ah to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that one Pharaoh is dead, one Pharaoh is gone, one less miserable human being is gone. And we should make sincere dua to our brothers in Syria, and our brothers in Yemen, and our brothers everywhere, in Somalia, in the whole world. We make dua for those who are dealt unjustly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make them all victorious. اللهم ارزقهم الثبات يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصرهم على أعدائك. اللهم اغفر لهم وثبت أقدامهم وارحم موتاهم. اللهم أعطيهم القوة يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر من أعلى كلمتك يا رب العالمين. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وأقم الصلاة.